Hey Jamie.
How's it going?
Can I just ask you about consistently playing in that 15 jersey for Ireland over a couple of matches and what that does for your confidence and your level of performance that you're not in and out in different positions?
I think it's helpful, definitely, stacking games on games because, like you said, you get a bit more used to the role, a bit more confidence week on week. And I suppose anything that you need to work on from the previous week, you're able to implement that. So it's obviously makes things a bit easier, I'd say.
And Wales this week, obviously not the strongest team like we've seen maybe over the last decade or two from Wales, but in terms of threats and where they can hurt you potentially, where do you have to limit that threat from?
I mean, I think a lot of the game runs through Thomas Williams, and he's obviously an excellent player. And I think it'll be important for us to try and get to him and stop him. But also, if you look at Louis Rees-Zammit in broken play, he's beat so many defenders in the tournament already, and he'll be a threat. So we can't kick loosely or chase poorly.
Susanna and then Neil.
Hi Jamie. I'm curious, just off the back of the England game, how did that rank for kind of days for you in an Irish jersey?
Yeah, it's between that or the second test South Africa. It was my first win, so those 2 days definitely. It's right up there. It was a special day, and it was great to have family and friends over as well. So
has it felt like it's kind of all started to click for you a little bit, especially in that fullback position?
I don't know. I mean, if you asked me after the French game, it would be a very different story. So I definitely don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. We as a team definitely don't, because we were pleased with the performance against England, but we still think there's a lot that we can get better at and build into the next few games and into the future. So I don't think it's clicking yet.
You said last time we spoke to you, you were very coy about which position you preferred. Do you have a little bit more clarity around kind of what you want to do in the future with Leinster and with Ireland?
It's probably the same answer. I like playing in a number of positions, and it's obviously a cliche, but wherever you get played, that's where I'll play. But it's definitely nice having a few games at 15 and just being able to, I suppose, concentrate on that for a bit and build on the performances.
Neil?
Jamie, we probably won't get you to ever admit which one you do prefer, but just on fullback, what is it about that position you do like? What are the things about playing 15 that kind of suit your game?
I think the aerial and kicking game it's a big part of the game at the moment, and there's a lot of contests, and I think we as a back three have been really going after that in the Six Nations, and I think the progress from the first week in Paris to Twickenham has been really good in that area. I think that kind of suits probably my game, and I think just being able to have a bit of freedom to work in the attack, just work around and offer an extra set of hands as well.
On the aerial game, when you're in the moment during a match, how do you make that decision in a moment of, I can go up and take this clean, or I'm going to go up and try to bat this one back down onto my side, I'm going to try to get a hand on it? Is there just is it just a feel in the moment that you know which approach suits better?
I think we've kind of been coached and been trying to always go to as if you were going to catch a clean, and I think when you get your position right and your timing right and you get up there and at last second you won't be able to catch it, I think there's a chance for you to change and slap it. But I'd say it's probably harder to do the other way. If you're going up to slap it and then you realise, I could catch it cleanly, it's probably harder to change what you're going to do. So our mindset has been to try and win the balls cleanly, but with the contests now, it's just as important to create some sort of scrap, and hopefully we can win that as well.
Thanks. Just before we go into a Bargold, so Will and then Ruth to close it off, and then we'll have a Bargold section. Will?
Hi Jeremy, just on the way those high balls, I think was Brian Fenton in with you a while ago, and do you think there's an awful lot that you can learn from maybe GAA players, especially now that has become such a big part of the game? taking down those balls and making those tiny decisions at such a quick moment, whether to catch the ball or, as you said, to slap it.
Yeah, definitely. Having Brian in last year, I actually wasn't in that week when he was in, but a few of the lads loved working with him those couple of days. I think they got a lot out of it about, I think there was like the getting their knee up, being aggressive in the air, and a lot of the coaching points from that I think we still take to this day. But yeah, I think it's important to look at other players in different sports that are obviously good. It's not just GAA. It's probably, if you look at, the Aussie rules, there's been Aussie rules coaches and stuff in and around, I think, before. So
for yourself as well, then, if you look at the France game coming out of that, and I suppose the mood and where you all were at after that, and then to come out of the England game, for you, kind of cementing yourself in the side, is your confidence just gone to another level now, and that you feel almost comfortable in the team, whereas maybe before, obviously Hugo might have been ahead of you and it was trying to get into the team, but now it seems like you're the man for the moment. Do you feel very confident in that position?
Yeah, I think. But yeah, being in the team each week definitely gives you more confidence. But I think there's a lot of competition still. I wouldn't say I'm comfortable. I know Jacob obviously has been training with us. He obviously played against France in the wing, but he can definitely play 15. Fralls came on at 15 in Twickenham and did well as well. So there's still a lot of competition that I wouldn't get too comfortable.
Just last question, Ruth, for this section.
Hi Jamie, just on that confidence, Keelan came out after the England game and said, we've always had belief and confidence that we could do that, but how much has that result and performance, raised the confidence now to finish strongly in this championship?
Yeah, I think it's definitely given us more confidence in that we probably felt against Italy that we'd built on the French performance a bit, but we probably didn't get necessarily we didn't take the opportunities or get the scoreline that we felt we probably were, deserved, not necessarily deserved, but we were trying to achieve. And I think getting against England, definitely, everyone feels a bit better about themselves coming into even last week training and this week, but I think it's important not to get too far ahead of ourselves because, as I said, the first game in France didn't go well, and 2 games later doesn't mean we're a completely different team. We're a much better team, but yeah, I think it's just building.
And just if we could ask you about Stuart McCluskey, obviously full of confidence at the minute. What's it like playing with him in this form?
Yeah, it's great. He's obviously gets his hands free a lot, so if I can run off him and get a few more tries off him, be nice. But yeah, he's been unreal. Just his ability to beat defenders and really win collisions for us has been class.